Growing up 5 miles from the US-Mexico border, the question of what it means to be an American never escaped me. If the Spanglish spoken at home didn't serve as a constant reminder, then the looming border fence 5 miles from my house made me question my unique situation. As a result, I grew up believing that the side of the border you're on would ultimately determine if you're American or not. Easy enough it seemed. I was born on the right side of the border, as I was told. Therefore, I'm as American as anyone else. Or so I thought. It wasn't until my sophomore year of high school that this question would come back to haunt me. I was traveling with the marching band to Monahans, Texas, ready to cheer on the football team, but even more excited to be performing our halftime mariachi-themed performance. What was supposed to be a memorable occasion quickly took an unexpected turn as we pulled up at a rest stop for a quick restroom break. As me and my bandmates stepped off the bus, we were immediately met with shouts of "Go back to Mexico," followed by a barrage of racial slurs from a truck driver parked right nearby our bus. Our band director, who himself was an immigrant in the midst of applying for citizenship, ushered everyone back onto the bus and tried to calm us down to no avail. I was born in the United States, yet I was being told to go back to Mexico. Not only was I disheartened and angered, but I was left questioning yet again what it means to be an American. As I grappled with this question, so too did America, as the fate of millions of undocumented immigrants dominated the national dialogue. I remember seeing a Time magazine article which read, "We are Americans, just not legally," with an accompanying photo showing a group of undocumented immigrants. These men and women have worked hard to forge new lives in the land of opportunity and are actively giving back to their communities. Yet they are forced to live in the shadows under the constant fear of deportation. Yes, they may not be American on paper, but they're American in every sense of the word. They are our neighbors, our friends, and our familia, and are deserving of every opportunity to succeed in this great and generous nation. Their hopes and aspirations are our hopes and aspirations. Sus sueños son nuestros sueños. As Martin Luther King once said, "We may have all come on different ships, but we're on the same boat now." Rather than rock the boat through discord and divide, let us find strength in our diversity to chart the course towards calmer waters. In the end, in the end, being American doesn't mean being born American. Being American doesn't mean looking American. And being American certainly doesn't mean speaking American. Being American means recognizing that we are all created equal and endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, irrespective of race, gender, ethnicity, and nation of origin. Being American means recognizing that we are a nation of immigrants. Being American means striving to form a more perfect union that doesn't disempower, disenfranchise, or discriminate, but empowers, emboldens, and empathizes with everyone. To be American means to recognize the pains and struggles of our Latino, Black, Native American, and Asian American brothers and sisters as our very own pains and struggles. When an undocumented father of two who has lived in the United States for 3 decades in Detroit, Michigan, is separated from his family and deported to Mexico, we must herd as one and rise to protest a broken immigration system. When an unarmed Black man is gunned down in his grandmother's backyard in Sacramento, California, we must mourn as one and peacefully press for justice. When the fate of 800,000 young dreamers is threatened, we must unify as one and respond to say enough is enough. As Americans, we must stand up for one another in the face of systemic injustice. We must pray for one another in the face of national tragedy. And most importantly, we must love one another without exception. Our differences should unite us, not divide us. Let us press forward in unity toward a more just tomorrow. For it was in that same spirit of unity and solidarity that Martin Luther King Jr. reached out to Cesar Chavez in a 1966 telegram, which read, "We are together with you in spirit and determination that our dreams for a better tomorrow will be realized. 50 years later, the struggle still continues. La lucha sigue. As we progress toward that better tomorrow, let us not only remain united in spirit and in determination, but in action and in common cause, unidos en acción y en causa común, to ensure that every American is treated as an American. We must channel that righteous anger to tear down the walls that have kept us apart for far too long from the equality, justice, and opportunity that we are entitled to. We must rise in love to build bridges that transcend communities and reinforce love and unity. Construyan puentes, no muros. Build bridges, not walls. We are all Americans. We are all one community. Somos todos americanos. Somos todos un pueblo unido. Thank you. Gracias.